Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, accompanied by Queen Taylor. And what do you guys think of the lights? Should we change the colors? I know I've asked this in multiple videos by now, but really, lights.
The light!
Leave down in the comments what color. Today, I'm actually very excited to be doing why Europeans hate the taste of American chocolate.
Do you?
He's talked about it a lot.
I've talked about it a lot because we watched this one video one time, and all the comments were like, your chocolate's got vomit in it. And I was like, no, that's like not real.
But I don't think it was from watching a video. It was when we did the snack tasting, wasn't it?
It might have been the snack tasting when we did the Polish snacks video. So here we are.
It tastes like vomit.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think it does, as I'm shoving American chocolate in my mouth 24/7. I actually really like our chocolate, but I don't
know any better.
I don't know any better.
Else.
And I don't think I've ever really tasted like pure European chocolate either. So
it's fair.
Curious. Let's hop on over to the video and let's get to learning. We're going to be churning the brain. Yeah, you like
Let's not talk about churning when we're talking about vomit, buddy.
Way to kill a mood.
While us Americans are mindlessly chomping away at our Hershey's bars, some of our friends across the pond are kind of disgusted by what we're eating, even though it tastes good to us.
Yes.
They've said American chocolate tastes like vomit and earwax, called it sour and bitter.
Tastes like.
In some parts, it's a matter of taste, yes. But actually, there's a scientific reason why Europeans think our chocolate tastes so bad.
Why?
We'll probably find out.
First, we have to do some debunking.
If you look at the nutrition labels of a European Cadbury bar and an American Hershey bar, this is what you'll see. All the ingredients listed by net weight. You may note that in the Hershey's bar, the first ingredient is sugar, but in the Cadbury bar, the first ingredient is milk. So you might think, bingo, there's the reason some Europeans say American chocolate is sickly sweet. But actually, you'd be wrong. In the US, milk is weighed in its evaporated, powdered state, while in the UK, it's weighed as a liquid. So actually, they're pretty much the same. The other main difference is that they use different emulsifiers, which smooth the chocolate. Hershey's uses soy lecithin and PGPR, while Cadbury uses E442 and E476.
You lost me there,
this
bud.
seems like a big difference.
I have no idea.
But actually, E476 is just the European name for PGPR. Wow, that's a mouthful.
In your face.
Another common argument you might hear is that there's a different amount of cocoa in American versus European bars. The US has a requirement for 10%, while EU law dictates that it must be at least 30% cocoa.
It's gross.
US law says that 10% can only be cocoa powder, but the EU's 30% contains cocoa solids, aka both cocoa powder and cocoa butter. So again, they end up being pretty much the same.
You might be starting to think that this is hopeless. They're practically the same chocolate.
Yeah.
But these theories are focusing on the wrong ingredients. Let's now shift our attention to the most important ingredient, Milton Hershey.
Yeah,
it was 1894 when 37-year-old candy manufacturer Milton Hershey decided to produce sweet chocolate as a coating for his caramels. It was a novel concept for the day, considering that milk chocolate was a rare treat for the rich and famous. Before this time, the intensive production process just wasn't possible on a large scale. But Hershey found inspiration from Henry Ford's production line and decided to apply that process to chocolate. It was a smashing success, and their flagship factory in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, became the Hershey Chocolate Company. In 1900, the company began producing milk chocolate in bars, wafers, and other shapes. With mass production, Hershey was able to lower the per-unit cost and make milk chocolate for cheap. Hershey had been competing with other chocolate companies to have the cheapest chocolate bar in stores, and therefore the most accessible. Being a savvy businessman, he knew that increasing the quality or flavor would result in slim profit margins. So he decided to focus on the back end, aka the accumulation of ingredients. After he fine-tuned his cacao, he decided to focus on the next most important ingredient in a chocolate bar, the milk. And at the time, the early 1900s, fresh milk could not be legally stored for longer than 72 hours. That put a real cramp in Hershey's style, considering that after 72 hours, any unused milk had to be thrown out. And having fresh milk in chocolate meant that it couldn't be stored as long, even in bar form.
But they said they
So
used
Hershey
powdered
developed
milk.
a process to do something to the milk in 1930. It's actually still a trade secret to this day, but experts speculate that he created a secret process to alter the milk.
No.
It kept the milk fresh past 72 hours. It gave Hershey
This is
the
gonna break your
edge
heart.
to make the cheapest
Gonna
and most
destroy you.
widely accessible milk chocolate.
But that process
Is it
had an
vomit?
unexpected effect on
No.
the chocolate itself.
And puke in the
The
milk.
secret method is known today as lipolysis. In lipolysis, enzymes introduced to milk break down fatty globules into smaller, more stable fat molecules. In order to kickstart this process, you first need butyric acid. It's a compound that partially sours the milk, but does give it greater shelf life. The resulting flavor
So
is
sour
instantly
milk.
recognizable. It's also
No
found
wonder
in
it tastes
Parmesan
sour.
cheese and vomit. And
Oh.
particularly
Dude,
high quantities of it
no.
are found in baby's vomit. It's sour and bitter, sometimes in a good way, like pungent cheeses, and sometimes in a bad way, obviously. It was first discovered in 1814 by French scientist Michael Chevrel.
Hate it.
So, okay. You're breaking my heart here. You're breaking my heart. All right. No. So it's not actually vomit. It's just the acid found in vomit, right?
Did you think there was actually vomit in chocolate
I mean,
bars?
kind of. When I first got into it, I was like, yeah, what are they doing? Like, maybe it's cow vomit. Maybe it's some kind of like legit chunky monkeys in the vomit. I didn't think it was like a chemical compound that was broken out. It's the acid that we all have in our
Mhm.
bodies.
You are making my eye actually twitch.
But I wonder, like, what else do we eat that has like something to that effect where it's like the same kind of acid is, I don't know. But now I hate it. Now I hate this video because you ruined my chocolate experience. Every single time I put a piece of chocolate in my mouth, I'm going to be thinking all those YouTube commenters that said I was eating vomit.
It's not actually vomit though.
That's why I keep trying to say in my head. But then she just listed out baby puke and like, it's a sour milk. And in my mind, when she said it was powdered milk, I'm like, yeah, who cares? It's powdered. No. Hate it.
Who was
Ruined
interested
forever.
in finding the chemical responsible for the smell of butter that had gone bad. It's also the chemical responsible for that wet dog farmyard smell.
Oh no.
It's secreted from dogs' anal glands. So try not to think of that next time you eat a Hershey's
Are
Kiss.
you?
But
Effing
don't
me.
worry, the butyric acid in chocolate is from milk.
Today, European chocolates are preserved for
Not
similar
dogs'
amounts
anal
of time
glands, you
by
guys.
using
Or
different
vomit.
chemical preservatives and
I don't know which
specially
is
sealed
worse.
plastic packaging. But Cadbury still recommends that their milk chocolate is consumed within a year of it being produced. So does Hershey, so by now they're pretty similar. Lipolysis allowed Hershey's chocolate to take a resounding lead in the American chocolate wars. But World War II is what caused the taste of this chocolate to conquer American palates. During the war, Hershey's chocolate scored a coveted contract to make military D rations for the American Army.
And they
By
slid in
1945,
some chocolate
Hershey was
bars in
producing
there.
around 24 million bars a week for soldiers. These bars were a staple in the diets of the hundreds of thousands of soldiers away at war. They were so beloved that Hershey was awarded 5 Army-Navy E-Production Awards. In contrast, Cadbury, Hershey's biggest European competitor, offered up its factory to make airplane parts and manufacture wartime supplies. They
That's
didn't
noble.
manufacture any food at all, and in fact, in Britain, chocolate was rationed.
This allowed Hershey to establish a taste monopoly. Almost every American soldier came home wanting chocolate that tasted the same as the one they'd been eating for years.
Since all of the bars that Hershey made for the government used this top-secret milk stabilization method, soldiers got used to the unique taste. In fact, they got so used to it that it became their new normal. Because of the wild popularity of Hershey's post-World War II, other chocolate companies in the US added butyric acid to their chocolate to mimic the flavor of Hershey's that all the soldiers absolutely loved. It became a staple of American commercial chocolate.
If you're in the US, like me, you probably don't even notice it when you're chowing down on that chocolate bar from CVS.
Today, lipolysis isn't necessary due to chemical advancements in food chemistry. Hershey still does it because the taste is what all of us know and love. Some smaller independent chocolate brands have stopped adding butyric acid to their chocolate in favor of marketing it as similar to European chocolates.
Oh, like what?
With trends moving towards an appreciation of organic, pure foods, Hershey may not be at the top of the chocolate world much longer. But it's hard to beat their super cheap, super accessible chocolate. So don't expect it to go away anytime soon. But Europeans certainly notice, since none of their chocolate companies use the lipolysis method or supplement their chocolate.
So on behalf of Americans, I am very sorry that our chocolate tastes terrible to you. But it's not our fault.
Thanks so much for watching, and let us know if you've ever tasted anything weird in your chocolate. Make sure you like this video, click.
Yeah, so it's hard when we've grown up on it and like only eaten that. You don't really know. I had some chocolate while I was in Switzerland, and it definitely is good, but it doesn't make me think like, oh my gosh, yeah, like our chocolate tastes gross or it tastes weird or anything like that. So it's not noticeable enough. I think if you grew up on a different kind of chocolate and then you ate it, then you'd be like, wow, but vice versa.
And I take that back because I didn't know the Cadbury little eggs. Like I seen that blue or that one Cadbury bar, and I was like, I don't think I've eaten that. But then the Cadbury eggs.
Yeah, this is the time of year for them. Easter.
Cadbury eggs.
I like to I get one caramel Cadbury egg.
Yeah.
Right around Easter time every year.
So I guess I have had European chocolate. I think the people that comment about the vomit are doing it out of more nefarious reasons and more like, I don't know, like to talk smack or to like, in kind of like a disingenuous, like egregious way.
You think they are?
I think they are in the fact that it's like, man, so this whatever acid, I keep forgetting the B part of it. It's found in your stomach acid, it's found, or vomit, it's found in these things, but it's not actually vomit.
No.
And you could say like, yeah, it's derived from milk. So like, am I eating vomit? And is this, and I don't know if it's me trying to defend it or if we are actually eating vomit or if it's just
vomit.
A byproduct of it, right?
Do you think they got like all of the workers in this production line? Like, okay, everybody. All right. Yep. This bucket's full. Next.
I don't, I distinctly remember people just shit talking saying, you guys are eating vomit. It's like,
because it probably tastes like that to them. It's not so literal.
I take it literally. I take a lot of things literally.
Because you're a logical person.
I am.
I take nothing literally.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Greedy America did some stupid crap like that.
I mean, I also wouldn't, but we're not eating vomit.
Thank God, because I actually really like and enjoy our chocolate. As much as you guys probably don't, I can like go for a Hershey bar once in a while.
Yeah.
And
I think if we were to move to Europe and live there for 5 years or something, got used to other chocolates, and then had a Hershey bar, hadn't had one in 5 years, we'd be like, oh, this is different.
And I don't think we eat chocolate enough to care. Like if you remove chocolate from my life, I don't think I'd be bothered.
I think that's not accurate.
The flavor, like chocolate
I don't
candy?
think
like chocolate bars. How often do you see me eating a chocolate bar, like a Hershey's bar?
Okay, but you're talking chocolate, remove chocolate from your life. So
not chocolate, candy bars.
Okay, that's different thing.
Specifically Hershey's. Because I do like chocolate ice cream and I like chocolate everything. But You get what I'm trying to say?
Let's say bye to those chocolate Entenmann donuts that you love so much.
I love those donuts, boy. Let me tell you.
Okay, chocolate bars you don't eat too often.
Chocolate bars. I know.
Sometimes, though, you go through a spurt where you're like, let's get some snacks, and then you get 4 different bags of chocolate bars.
Every once
Not often, no.
Yeah, I feel like everybody goes through those.
Yeah, for sure.
So you guys, thank you so much for the recommendations. I definitely think I understand why people, might not recognize the taste, especially if they're familiar with it. But I'm also like, if this video was to completely turn me off, I don't think this affects me. I don't think this video changed my mind whether I was going to eat it, because ultimately taste is all that matters. I mean, people eat caviar and love it.
That's true. There are things out there that you would be like, that's disgusting, but people eat it. If you can get past the thought of what it is, like if the taste is good, like I had haggis in Scotland, and that might be something that you're like, ugh.
What the
but
hell
if
is
you
haggis?
can be like, I don't know what that is, you just put your mind off to it and taste it. It's actually good.
What's haggis? How do you describe haggis?
I don't remember specifically. I think it's like stomach and intestines and heart, something like that.
And you're worried about freaking vomit?
Yeah, I mean, it's weird and gross if you think about it.
Yeah,
but it was tasty.
That's disgusting. I'd never eat that.
I also had cow tongue when I was a child, but I didn't know what it was.
Or like those pig's feet.
No.
Isn't that disgusting?
I see pig's feet and like chicken feet. I took our son to the grocery store the other day and had a thing of pig's feet, and I was like, or chicken feet, and I was like, oh, look at these little chicken feet. And I was like playing with them, and I was like, we will never eat these. I will never cook these for you.
Yeah.
And he's adventurous. I'm adventurous, but
no.
I don't know. I think I cut the line on feet.
All right, you guys. She cuts the line on feet.
Cut the line.
Cut the line on this video. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.